What's going on? We're back here on Past Speaks. And I came across a video from ESPN, and well, this is actually somebody who took a video from ESPN, honestly. And the title caught my attention. That's why I wanted to check it out. It says Stephen A. and Shannon getting into it over an NBA MVP Joker versus SGA debate. And this is from a segment on First Take. And SGA and Nikola Jokic played twice over the weekend. They played Sunday night and yesterday night. I didn't know that they said, like I said in the previous videos, in my previous video, I didn't know that they played back-to-back games. I thought when I saw Oklahoma City and the Nuggets playing last night, before I tuned in, I thought it was a replay from the night before. So when I checked it out, it was a good game. The Nuggets ended up beating Oklahoma City. They pulled away in the fourth quarter. I know when the score was around 111 to like 112 or something, or it was close. But Oklahoma City went on a scoring drought in the fourth quarter, and they got stuck at 111. And by that time, the Denver Nuggets went up significantly because they kept making shots, and Oklahoma City, like I said, went cold. And that's the reason why the Nuggets ended up pulling it out. Now, Oklahoma City beat them convincingly, and SGA had about 40 plus points. I want to say just 40 or 40 plus on Sunday night. The only reason that I think the Nuggets won the game yesterday is because, like I said, Oklahoma City, they got cold and hit a wall in their scoring, and the Nuggets just ended up outscoring them in the end. I don't think the Nuggets can beat Oklahoma City in a 7-game series. I don't think they can beat them 4 times. And I think that their defense is the Nuggets' defense is the reason why they can't beat Oklahoma City in 4 games. So, yeah, SGA and Nikola Jokic split in regards to winning and their performances. SGA had an underwhelming performance yesterday night against the Nuggets. I believe he had 23 points, and he had, like I said, 40 the night before. So it was kind of underwhelming for SGA. And of course, Nikola Jokic, he had, I forget his stat line. I have to look it up, and I'll bring it up while the video's playing. But he did a way better job the second night than he did the night before in regards to his individual performance against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I don't think that's in any way him proving that he should be in the lead for the MVP race. I know they're probably not going to say that. And SGA is, I'm sure, the unanimous favorite to win the NBA MVP. But they both did give great performances over the weekend and yesterday night. Like I said, Oklahoma City, they didn't even play their starters on Friday, and they won. And then, of course, the Nuggets beat the Suns in overtime, and Nikola Jokic had his famous triple-double, whatever. You know, I still think that in this era, yes, Nikola Jokic is a great player. But in previous eras, and if they were playing real basketball with the rules and everything that's in place today, Nikola Jokic is great. But if he played under a different set of rules, which are real basketball, so to speak, he would be a good player, but he wouldn't be getting the numbers he does, and he wouldn't be dominating like he does. Let's just keep it real, man. But all in all, man, they both had great performances, and I want to see what Stephen A. and the rest of the crew on First Take is talking about in regards to the MVP debate. So let's check it out.
Tell me this. Do you think this was a statement win for the Nuggets over the Thunder? Obviously, they just played on Sunday, too.
No, I don't. I think it was more of a statement game for Jokic to say that, hey, before we just sit up here and crown SGA, let's see this season through. That's what I thought it was last night for the Denver Nuggets. I'm just not sold on the Denver Nuggets being legit title contenders, solely because I have problems with them being consistent shooting the tray ball. If you look at their last.
Now, I totally agree with Kendrick Perkins. I'm not sold on the Denver Nuggets being title contenders either. And it's not so much their shooting, it's their defense, man. They don't really play great defense. And like I said, in regards to the game last night, they beat the Oklahoma City Thunder because the Oklahoma City Thunder ran out of gas in regards to scoring. They hit a wall. Like I said, they had 111 points for a few minutes. They couldn't score. They went on a drought. And in that time, the Nuggets were able to knock down shots and push the lead. And like Kendrick Perkins pointed to, when they're knocking down their three-point shooting, yeah, it's all good. But if they play like a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder, who is good on defense, they're a great defensive team. If they're not knocking down shots and they continue to play good defense, because they weren't really playing that well of defense last night, but if they continue to play good defense and they're not knocking down shots, they can still beat the Nuggets, because the Nuggets might have a drought in shooting themselves. But if Oklahoma City is on offensively and defensively, I don't think there's anything the Nuggets can do with Oklahoma City. Like I said, they have to depend on teams hitting a drought and scoring and outscoring them in regards to the Nuggets. And I don't think that they can do that in a 7-game series against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
2 wins against the Phoenix Suns, and again last night with the Oklahoma City Thunder, they shot over 50% from the field. I just don't know if they could sustain that through the course of trying to win 16 games to ultimately win the championship. But again, I think this statement was more about Jokic telling us in the media, Stephen A., that the MVP race is not over. We got to see it through the rest of the season.
And the MVP race is over. Nikola Jokic is not there. The Nuggets, no matter how many games they win, well, I guess they could, but I don't think it's going to happen. They're not going to catch up with Oklahoma City as far as the standings in the West. And along with those standings, along with having the best team in the West, SGA is playing great. He gets away with a lot in regards to the rules of today, too. Don't get me wrong. He benefits a lot from the rules today and how the game is played today as well. But he still has to execute and knock down the shots he knocks down and finish at the rim like he does. So he is the best player in the NBA right now and the best basketball player overall. And as far as just playing basketball, if he's the best basketball player in the NBA. But I don't think Nikola Jokic is worried about the MVP race, honestly. I think he just goes out there and he just plays. And I don't think he's really worried about the MVP race. If he gets the MVP, great. But I don't think he's trying to make a statement as far as he's better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But like I said, it's there's no question Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the NBA MVP. He's leading his team to the best record in the West. They're going to be the number 1 seed in the playoffs. And he's putting up 50, 40, 30-point games like it's nothing. And he had an underwhelming game last night against the Nuggets. That's really a big reason as to why they lost. But at the same time, like I said, the Nuggets outscored them when the Oklahoma City Thunder went on a drought. And Oklahoma City Thunder's defense wasn't as potent as it normally is. And I don't think that it's going to be like that in a series where you have to beat them 4 games. So.
Huge news.
Yeah, man. Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is overrated, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sorry, man. Nikola Jokic is only benefiting from how the game is played today, man. Like I said, if Nikola Jokic played in the 80s, 90s, or 2000s, he would be a good player and probably be an all-star caliber player, but he wouldn't be dominating the way he is and getting MVPs and shit. Like, no, bro. No, stop.
That it is over for me, though. Unless SGA falls off the map, I mean, it's over for me. It's no way. I'm not gonna let people do that to SGA this year. Okay, the brother has been all world. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, in the loss last night, he still had 25 and 7, I believe. He had 40 the day before. It's a back-to-back game against the same opponent. Similar, things happen. We get it. Jokic is no joke. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's the best big man in basketball. Arguably one of the top 5 big men in the history of basketball. We know how great he is.
He's the best big man in today's basketball, yes. But top 5 in the history of basketball, man, you got Hakeem Olajuwon, you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you got Tim Duncan, you got Kevin Garnett, you got, Shaquille O'Neal, He maybe no, hell no. Shaquille O'Neal. You got Zach Randolph, players like that. Rasheed Wallace, Charles Barkley. I couldn't imagine if Charles Barkley played in today's game under these rules. All of these players, Chris Webber, all of these players are better than Nikola Jokic, bro. And if they play in today's game under today's rules, could you imagine how they would perform? And they got to do whatever they want because of how the game is played, and there's no consequence. Man, come on, bro. He is not a top 5 big man ever, man. He may be top 20, but not top 5, and not in the top 10. Stop. Especially, like I said, how the game is played today. Now, if we have to take that into account of how the game is played today, yes, man. And I'm saying, yeah, you do. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say because of the rules and how the game is. But you have to acknowledge that, man. If somebody like Chris Webber and Kevin Garnett, players like that, could bring the ball up, if their coaches allowed them to bring the ball, which it wasn't conducive to them winning because of how the game was played, but they could do it. You know, Anthony Davis, you know what I mean? Like, and he plays in this era. Anthony Davis, I think, is better than Nikola Jokic, man. Nikola Jokic is a good basketball player, yes, man. Especially in today's era, like I have to keep reiterating. But if somebody were to be aggressive with him on offense, like make him play defense, bro, we will be talking about him in a different light because he would have to really focus in on not just offensively, but defensively. Because Nikola Jokic plays no defense and he gets away with playing no defense. It's like he doesn't even have to, and he doesn't even try because he doesn't have to. Like if somebody would make him play defense and be aggressive with him on offense, man, it'd be a different story for Nikola Jokic as far as him being considered the best player in basketball and top 5 big man ever. He doesn't have to play defense, and I don't think he can play defense if somebody were to get aggressive with him and make him play defense, man. So when they talk about best player in these times, they're just talking about offense because there's no way they could be talking about defense, and there's no way you can really honestly be the best player in anything. Well, there's no way you can be the best player in basketball if you're getting cooked on defense or you've never had to prove that you're a good defensive player. You can't be the best player if it's just offense, man. It has to be because you're great on offense and defense, man, in my opinion, man.
But we're not appreciating the greatness of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, or Shea Butter, as Malika Andrews would say. That's who the hell he is. That's what he brings to the table. A mid-range game, an open court game, a nasty handle, a pull-up, a 3. The brother, he can do it all. He's just that gifted. And when you look at the level of depth that Oklahoma City Thunder has, what they are defensively, practically number 1 in every statistical category that matters on the defensive side of the ball. I think Jalen Williams went down for them last night as well. That didn't help matters. But in the end,
what happened to the Lakers defense? Man, the Lakers got exposed by the Celtics. And not only did they get exposed by the Celtics, they got exposed by the Nets too, man. Be aggressive with them on both ends of the floor, and they are not going to be shit, man. And like I said, man, as far as and how that relates to Nikola Jokic, when he's bringing the ball up the court, and I've said this in previous videos, like he's the point guard, man, go up there and pressure him and get the ball out of his hand. He's either going to turn it over or he's going to pass the goddamn ball like he should. There's no way, bro. And then all he does is run to the top of the top of the key or the high post on the elbows of the free throw line. And that's how they start their offense with him. Now, if you're aggressive with him and really giving him resistance because nobody is really giving him resistance on defense. The defense that players play today is trash. And I guess you could say Oklahoma City plays great defense. They didn't really play great defense last night. But the way they play him on defense, I'm like, bro, you can make it a lot harder for Nikola. Just like Luka Doncic, you can make it a lot harder for Nikola Jokic to do the shit that he does. He's doing this shit free reign. Not really any resistance to it, and I know it could be tougher for him to score and make the plays that he does, man. And the Lakers kind of showed it when they played the Nuggets earlier before they went earlier in their win streak or their little streak they went on. They did play Nikola Jokic well. At the same time, I think the Denver Nuggets as a whole hit a wall. You know what I mean? Because with Nikola Jokic struggling, they still could have beat that Laker team, man. But I still believe that if you put if you put more pressure on Nikola Jokic in regards to defense and really make him make decisions under pressure, I don't think he'll be as good as he's coming off, man. Especially when he's bringing the ball up court like he's a point guard. Man, go up there and pressure him and get the ball out of his hand. What happened to when a big man would bring the ball up the court and you saw a big man was dribbling outside of their, and maybe he is comfortable dribbling, but he's not an elite ball handler like a point guard who knows what to do in pressure situations, bringing the ball up the court. Man, go up there and get the ball out of his hands, man. I don't know what happened to that. They give these players too much respect, especially the big men. Like, man, a big man like that should not be bringing the ball up the court, man. And that may seem old school, but it's the truth, man. That's real basketball. But yeah, man, they let him do what he wants too much, man. And like I said, somebody needs to make Nikola Jokic play defense, man. You make him play defense, and he really has to focus on defense and not just offense. He'll be a totally different player, bro. And he'll probably be in foul trouble a lot, too.
They're healthy. Based off of what I've seen from Oklahoma City this year, I don't view this as a statement game at all. I look at exactly what Big Perk said. It might have been some kind of statement from Jokic, like, y'all better recognize who the hell I am. Don't forget about me in this MVP race. Fine, we won't forget to put you in second place, because that's where the hell you gonna be when this season is over for league MVP honors. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is that dude this year.
Right, and not only will you be in second place in the MVP voting, y'all gonna be second place in the West, because y'all are a good team. The Nuggets are a good team, but they're not better than Oklahoma City, and they're not gonna catch that record. So not only are you gonna be second place in MVP voting, but your team is gonna be second place in the West too, man. You second place this year, Nikola. Second place.
You know what, Stephen A., you said he's the best big man. I need to correct you. He's the best basketball player in basketball. If you dribble a basketball and you breathe oxygen, Nikola...
He's the best basketball player in basketball. Just say he's the best basketball player, or he's the best basketball player in the NBA. He's the best basketball player in basketball.
Jokic is it. And nobody's close. As great as Shai's playing, Nikola Jokic is averaging 29, 13, and 11. He's about to average a triple-double for the season. And Shai, he earned that MVP. But did you see what this man did last night? He was 15 of 20, 35, 18, and 8. After he just gave you 3 nights ago, 31, 21, and 22. Y'all need to stop this. Now, Shai, best record, the best record in the Western Conference, he's leading the league in scoring. But Jokic's top 3 in every other category. Top 3, top 4 in every other category. Jokic, to me, didn't need to make a statement. He been making them all year. Where we been? Perk, we looking at this man, we like, hold on, wait a minute. How can he do this? And he does it so...
Man, he ain't been making no statement all year. Like I said, if he was making that good of a statement, then the Nuggets will have a better record than what they do, man. SGA is making a statement with the way they're winning and how he's playing en route to them winning these games. So, stop it, Shannon Sharp. I know you like Nikola Jokic. Just last week, LeBron James was the best player in the NBA. And Shannon Sharp has been saying this bullshit. But just last week, LeBron James was the best player in the NBA, playing at a high level on both ends of the floor. And now, Nikola Jokic is the best basketball player in basketball. Man, stop, bro. And that triple-double stuff is overrated. I'm sorry, man. Russell Westbrook is not a real point guard. Let's just keep it real. He's not a real point guard. And he figured out a way, or he figured out the formula or a way to get those triple-doubles, man. With how the game is played today, Russell Westbrook figured out a way or figured out the formula to get triple-doubles and exploited it, man. Because like I said, Russell Westbrook is not a real point guard. And I like Russell Westbrook, don't get me wrong. But the way he was just getting triple-doubles, and not like, it ain't like he's a Jason Kidd, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson type player. Like, come on, bro. So like I said, the triple double, it's like he wasn't getting it in the flow of the game. Just okay, I'm getting buckets, I'm assisting, and I'm getting rebounds. Like you could tell he figured out how to do it and exploited it, and there was a formula to it. It wasn't just organic, basically. And I just don't think the triple double is as significant as it was back in the day because of the rules and how the game is played today, man. So triple double isn't all that to me, man. Maybe other people feel the same, but in my opinion, it's totally different, man. Now, the way that you get it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that can be commended. You had a triple double. It was in the flow of the game, all of that. But all in all, still, man, it's still pretty easy, man, to get a triple double, especially if you have the ball in your hand all the time. It's easy to get triple doubles in today's game. They don't hold that much weight or significance as they did. I don't think, in my opinion.
Effortlessly. A guy that I guarantee you, even with 2 repaired hips and a bad knee, I could outjump Nikola Jokic. I guarantee you I got a higher vert than him right now. So the statement, I don't even think the Nuggets wanted to come.
And that's what I don't understand. Like he just said, Shannon Sharp can probably outjump and is more athletic than Nikola Jokic. Come on, bro. Somebody needs to really test his athleticism and his defensive IQ. Like he seems like he has a high IQ as far as offense, but we don't know about defense because he's never been tested defensively, and we don't know how well of a defender he is until somebody really puts him to the test, man. But like Shannon Sharp just said, he can probably jump higher than Nikola Jokic right now at his age, and you know what I'm saying, at his age. And with all the wear and tear he has on his body from playing football, he's more athletic than Nikola Jokic. So come on, man, somebody has to take some pride, man. Not saying, like I said, Nikola Jokic is a good player. He's not a great player to me, but I guess he's great for this style and era of basketball. So whatever. But man, somebody has to test him, man. Somebody has to test him more, man.
I can show that, look, we're not as bad as we displayed the other night. They got blown out. They returned the favor because they went and got 41 on the road against the #1 defensive team in basketball. When Jokic going to be Jokic. But if you get that Jamal Murray that we see all the time when he played the Lakers, there'll be a problem. There'll be a problem. And if they're not a problem, they're going to be an issue that you're going to need to troubleshoot.
There'll be a problem more for the Lakers than they'd be for Oklahoma.
Don't you worry about it. Why you worry? I'll tell you what.
Yeah, look, and you see what he's saying. If they could get the Jamal Murray that they get when they play the Lakers, because Jamal Murray, the Nuggets can't fuck with the Lakers can't fuck with the Nuggets, but they can't beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. But as far as the Lakers, they can beat the Lakers. The Lakers can't fuck with the Nuggets. Like if they can get the Jamal Murray that plays against the Lakers, oh nigga, that's because the Lakers have a problem with it, not the OKC Thunder. That's why Stephen A said that shit. Yeah, a problem for the Lakers, man, not OKC.
I'm just saying, you just sitting there talking about they're going to be a problem. I'm just telling you they're going to be a problem more for the Lakers than they would for OKC. That's what I said.
I wish we could play the Knicks. I wish we got the Knicks 4 rounds of the playoffs because I guarantee you I already know what it'll be. 4-4-4. I bet you that. If we played the Knicks.
Said.
You see how they were quiet like that? Like, what the fuck did the Knicks have to do with any of this thing? The Lakers and the Knicks aren't going to play in the playoffs at all. So that was irrelevant for you to say. That's why they were sitting there so quiet like that. They're like, okay. The Lakers and Knicks are never going to play in the playoffs. Shut your dumb ass up.
Look, let me say this. I'm not knocking anybody that has Jokic as the best basketball player in the world. I swear I'm not. He is a phenomenal basketball player. The offenses ran through him. But we got to stop with it's not even close. Like, we got to stop with that. Like,
It's not.
Yeah, it's guys knocking
It's
at
not.
the door. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's two sides of the basketball.
I mean, it's kind of like
two
San
sides of the
Francisco and LA.
basketball. Yeah.
I mean, they're both in California, but they're not close, Perk.
The Warriors' recent hot streak has them.
All right, man. They better start talking about the Warriors, I think. But yeah, I agree with Perkins. Now, Perk might have his own reasons for why he disagrees. This has nothing to do with race or anything. I don't care about him being white or anything like that. Well, he's not really white's foreign, but in America he's white. But I'm just saying, and you might call me a old school or an ageist or something. Not an ageist, but yeah, whatever. But I'm talking about the rules of the game and how the game is played today, man. It's not real basketball, man. So when we're judging these players off of how well they're playing, yeah, they're doing great. You can't take anything from them, I guess. But I'm judging off of real basketball, and I don't think Nikola Jokic, in regards to real basketball, would be doing the stuff that he's doing, man. But yeah, I don't think it's not close that Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world. I guess that's Shannon Sharp's opinion. You can have your own opinion about who the best is. But to say it's not even close, man, please, man. There's a lot of good players out here, bro. And SGA is playing better than Nikola Jokic, if you ask me. If Nikola Jokic was playing that great, bro, they would have a better record, like I said earlier, man. But all in all, they both had great weekends. They split when they played each other, so that was a good thing to see. You know, both of them perform at a high level against each other. Both get wins and both play well, opposites of each other, you know. So that was a good thing, and we'll see what happens moving forward, man. We're coming up on the last leg of games for the regular season, and then it'll be the playoffs. Then once the playoffs start, well, you know, the Nuggets have to finish strong the rest of the season to have a good seed in the playoffs, which I think they'll do. I don't think the Lakers can sustain the 2 and 3 seed without LeBron James and with Luka Doncic being mediocre and the coach of the year not knowing what to do in certain situations. So the Lakers may fall to about 4th or 5th by the time the playoffs come. And then they're going to have a hard time, whoever they play in the first round, if they get out to the second round as well. But we'll see what happens coming soon, man. And yeah, man, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, in my opinion, is still, you know, front runner for MVP by a long shot. That's all I got.